Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where we are here in Old Charlian. Patch 7.1 just dropped, and with it, the Epilogue quest for Pandemonium. A present from the present. Oh, you must be Desiree. Why, you look exactly as Professor Claudian described. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. I'm Professor's new assistant, you see. His stories of your foray into Pandemonium have been an endless well of knowledge and entertainment. In fact, there's a small matter that has arisen with regard to the facility that he wished to discuss with you. Thus my seeking you out. He asked you to stop by Aporia at your earliest convenience. Professor Claudian. Hey, you three. Been a while. Desiree, you are ever a sight for sore eyes. I trust you've been well since last we spoke? Yeah, I was. Good. Now, as much as I'd like to reminisce, it will serve us both better if I cut to the quick. I asked you to discuss a matter concerning Erichtonios, whom I'm sure you remember. What about him? I certainly do, for his memories reside within me still. Every so often my mind's eye glimpses the grim spectacle of the final days, or there's also visions of a simpler time. In one I saw a warder under siege by colleagues. They demanded to know why a tiny Erichtonios was running amok in the halls of Pandemonium. Upon hearing that the mammoth was created out of profound admiration, my past self gave only a rueful smile. Then Famous would have been a far superior choice of subject. Alas, I suppose you've never seen the man. An inadvertently revealing deflection, we believe. As Famous' duties as emissary kept him away from Pandemonium, Erichtonios doubtless grew to miss his dear friend. And we know what Famous looked like, so we thought, why not make a mammoth here and send it as a gift? We employed a local artisan to take care of the first step. The resulting work is masterful indeed. Since you're the only one among us who can return to Pandemonium, might I ask you to deliver this to Erichtonios? You can count on it. Thank you, Desiree. I suspect he will be overjoyed. As I've recalled more of his memories, I've noticed that Erichtonios seldom expressed his own desires. Perhaps it was an unspoken rule in the society of the ancients? Nevertheless, I would very much like to do something for him. A small kindness is the least we owe him. I imagine you can still reach Pandemonium from Eneos and Elpis. Once there, the keywords will surely assist you in tracking him down. Given the peaceful state of Pandemonium at present, past, I see no reason that the keywords wouldn't allow you a moment of Erichtonios' time. How was your research? Fortunately for my assistant's eye, my ordeal has left me none the worse for wear. I'm back at work with characteristic aplomb, well, as much aplomb as can be mustered, and reviewing the many records which have piled up in my absence. Of course, I've made the proper shows of gratitude to Scholar Monteshane and Master Fortunate for their effort to search for me. Master Fontaine was stone-faced, claiming that he had only done his duty. The Scholar, on the other hand, seemed most eager to learn every detail. It takes all sorts, I suppose. Good, then to Elpis and then Pandemonium. Hegemony. Are you returned to us so soon, Desiree? Not as a miss, I hope. Nah, I just wanted to visit Erichtonios. And this gift is for Erichtonios to say. A man much in demand of late. People expect great things of him now. Greater than he's prepared for, by his estimation. Thus is he at this very moment studying at the words of La Brea. Under his father's tutelage, he hopes to gain further mastery over the creations here, that he might one day become Keyword himself. Although Master La Brea's harsh methods have more than once driven him to the verge of surrender, his determination to prove himself always drags him back from the brink. That sounds like Erichtonios, alright. Indeed, and while I'm certain he would enjoy seeing you, I wonder if he would rather the reunion occur after he's come into his own. That said, I understand why you wish to be there when he sees your little family simulacrum. Would I could witness his reaction myself. Keyword Hegemony? We received word from Erichtonios. He says he'll soon be returning. His message is well received, yes. I see in this a tidy solution. When he arrives, can you tell him to attend me here? Say that there is something I would show him. I want you to choose a suitably dark place from which to eavesdrop on our conversation. The moment it's arrived, send the puppet this way. Thus shall we both be privy to his reaction, even as we remain undetected. While such subterfuge would usually fall outside my duties as Keyword, rest assured, I'm happy to help. I see that Master La Brea has not softened. You've done well to endure his methods. Sometimes I fear he's become even more difficult. They not recently made privy to his true nature, would have abandoned hope within moments. Such is his way of nurturing your talents, I suppose. I know, he still aggravates me, but I've come to see that even our quarrels are a means to know him better, as a father and one of the 14 both. Ah yes, I called you here because I had something to show you. Come. Themis? Why are you so small? Another puppet, I see. But who managed to render such a striking likeness? They ask me not to divulge their identity. I can say only that they have your best interests at heart. How curious. And to think that such a gift would arrive so soon after I met with the man himself. I happened to run into him at the words of La Brea. It was my first time speaking with him in his capacity as a Elpis, but he was friendly as ever. He told me of yet more beleaguered plans from the words of Almarud, which has escaped and taken root in a region designated for Logos creations, making proper assessment quite impossible. Themis was called upon to judge whether to switch testing grounds for convenience or uproot the unwelcome creations. So soon after returning from Pandemonium, he said he finds such minor squabbles a welcome change. And of course, we spoke of Desiree. Naturally, perhaps you can ask your admirer to make a likeness of her as well. As much as I would like that, I don't believe it would suit her. Unlike Femmes and I, Desiree isn't bound to her own small domain. I think she rather belongs to the entire star. To keep her, and even as an imitation, confined here would feel wrong. Desiree and Femmes are both dear friends, and I need no tangible proof to be certain of our bond. Though I admit that it would be nice to have a reminder of at least one of them around. I'm glad to hear it. Now I believe you have duties to return to. If you wouldn't mind fetching those reports from Peripetea on the new creation sent from Elpis. Gladly, Keyboard Hegemony, and little Femmes here will come with me. That turned out well, wouldn't you say? Erichtonios is a new companion, and you were able to witness his joy at meeting him. Each and every warder here owes you a great debt. I hope that charming charade helped repay mine in some small way. I must attend to my own work, but I wish you all the best. Whether or not we meet again, farewell, Desiree. And back to Claudian. There you are, Desiree. Judging from the grin on your face, I trust you remembered as safely in Erichtonios' hands. I knew he could count on you. May the door provide him some small reprieve from the stresses of his station. Speaking of which, I know you had to pull yourself from your own adventures to take care of this little errand, so I don't intend to let you go unrewarded. That's why you commissioned 2 members from the start, and I say Femmes will be delighted to travel a whole new era by your side. Wind up Femmes and where Daemons abide or question roll. Good. And that's it already for the Pandemonium Epilogue. A short one, but sometimes it happens. Until next time, when we play more Final Fantasy XIV, I'm Mace and don't get lost.